Hello everyone, my name is Mercy. I am a real estate lawyer and consultant. I am so glad to have you once again joining. So today we'll be looking at how to go about buying your real estate property. So you have found or located a desirable property you want to buy. How do I go about buying it? What do I do? How can I even tell whether what is before me is right? There are steps to all this. There is a crucial, important step which you need to execute before you hand over the money or start up any form of agreement with the vendor or the person that claims he is the vendor, the owner of that property. This step is very crucial and important. The neglect of this has caused loss of invested sum. It has caused, as a result of the bad judgment made in it, it has caused people or intending investors lose interest in going out into investment. I have seen people that paid in some money and they were promised some allotted acres or land in some part of Nigeria, and after a while, in Nigeria we call it one chance. They entered one chance. You are not getting your money back and you are not getting the promised property that you were informed you get when you pay this sum. Now, what is this first step that you undertake when you want to buy, or when you want to venture into real estate, when you want to purchase this desirable property? Now, this step is to conduct a due diligence. Question now bursts up. What is due diligence? Due diligence, I would say, is the process of gathering information, and the information can range from legal information, financial information, physical information on the property you want to purchase. Due diligence in real estate is very important. It is what will protect you from entering into a future loss or coming into where you lose your investment on that property. It is very important. It cannot be overemphasized on the fact that before you purchase that real estate property, do the necessary due diligence. It's all about doing your homework before you pay in that money. And at what point does due diligence arise? It arises between when an offer is made and before payment is made. So you've seen a desirable property, you are interested in this property, I like this property, I want to start it. Do you just pay in the money? No, a capital no. You don't pay in the money, and you are the trusting type. You trust people easily and they just feed you some informations and you already believe them on the information they have fed you. No, you don't do that in business. You don't do that with your investment. You don't do that with money you have worked for and earned, and now you want to venture into investment. You just throw it out there. You need to undertake due diligence. So what are the steps to due diligence? As I've already said, it's a process of gathering information on legal, financial, even on physical inspection of the property. You take along your real estate solicitor every time you want to purchase a property. Always involve your real estate solicitor. there are investigations they carry out on any property to see that you don't lose that invested sum. There are investigations, there are inquiries, there are a whole lot of due diligence that these professionals carry out to see that you get what you are paying for. On the legal aspect, there are different registries depending on the property. There are different registries that your solicitors will carry out due diligence on. For starters, to ensure that the title of the vendor is a good one. If you buy property of a vendor that has a bad title, you are entering into problem. Or you buy a property, a family property, communal property that is owned by a family, and then you see someone holds himself as a representative of the family and wants to sell the property over to you. No, pause first. Reach out to your solicitor. There are important steps in those situations where it's owned by a family. You don't just, no one person comes and say, I'm so of so family, now buy the property from me, you can be assured it's a good property. No, capital no, you don't do that. There is the risk of losing your investment. So for these investigations, carry along your real estate solicitor. This professional will go ahead, go to the different registries where you need to check out the title of the vendor and ensure that it is proper and legal. Also, there is the local market due diligence. This is when you look into the rental value of the property, you consider the future risk in buying this property, you consider this is an elegant, a posh part of the society. This is where this area is a high scale area. If the property is located there and you want to go ahead with the buying, okay, that's a factor where people where an open place, if you go ahead with such sale if that's what you want. And also, when you are looking out for your real estate, you consider the future risk involved. If a property you want to buy is at an undeveloped place and you have consider the future of that area, it is not going to open up. People are not going to come into that place and start buying and taking up. It's not wise to go into. But if you look at that property, and for starters is still in a rural environment, and you have given a forecast, you have looked at the future of that area, and it's a place that will open up tomorrow, go ahead. You should consider the different factors over that property, and if it's something you want, then please go ahead with it. Now, there are different due diligences, even the physical inspection. You go and inspect the property. It's not by a call. Someone tells you this is how the property is, you will enjoy it. Oh, we have a sweet tongue. We tell you you enjoy, or the vendor will tell you, the property is very good. Go ahead, you will enjoy it. It's a wonderful. No, you come into the property at the point that the offer has been made. You come into the property and inspect it. Carry along a professional, carry out an inspection on the property. For instance, you want to use the property for your fish farming, and of course you need a swampy area. Anyway, dependent on the type you want to do, you inspect, is this what I'm getting? Is this what I need? Ask questions around the neighborhood. How is this area? How? What? All the necessary questions you need to ask before you pay that money. Before you pay that money, it is important. In my years of consultation and even carrying out due diligence for clients, I've met others before this time. They consider, why should I undertake a due diligence? Like, it does not mean anything. I want a property, I should just go ahead and buy it. It's at your risk. Properties in Nigeria or anywhere you need to carry out, it is essential that you carry out your due diligence. This will save you future headache. You can go ahead and buy property you've not done due diligence, and you discover that someone has bought the property already, or you discover that the property is already subject matter of litigation. Then you now join in the litigation and start laying claim to a property, and that takes a whole, it's not a year before you clear up litigation in Nigeria. It takes, so why do you want to go through this headache of trying to sort out or settle the fact that the property belongs to you? Just do your due diligence. It saves you the headache. If only intending investors will take our time and contract a real estate lawyer or professional and get these ones to do the necessary due diligence before you start up on that property. Contact your real estate solicitor. This professional will guide you. There are investments you should not be part of. You lose both your money and you not get the property. Don't just go out there and buy up any property you see because you like it, or because they convinced you, or because you are the trusting type. They just fed you information. Please do your homework before you buy any property in Nigeria. Do your homework. Find out how the part of the historical data you even gather is how the vendor acquired the property. Okay, the vendor informs you that he got the property from A, that A sold the property to him. Even go ahead, find out how A got the property from the vendor that sold to him. All these are important. You need your real estate solicitor to guide you in all this. And there are things involved in this. For more information, please call on the details below. Send in your inquiries. You want to share your experiences of what you went through in a purchase you tried making in real estate. Please send across to us. We are ready to attend to your inquiries, attend to your questions, even offer the necessary consultation